Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the wild and fast-moving world of short-form video. You know, with TikTok's future always being a question mark, we're going to look at the strategic alternatives that can seriously future-proof your brand for 2026 and way beyond.
So let's just jump right in, shall we? The biggest risk for any creator or business right now is relying on just one platform. I mean, think about it. If your entire world, your entire audience lives in one single place, what happens if that place just vanishes overnight?
So why is everybody suddenly scrambling to find a plan B? Well, it's not just about reacting to scary headlines about potential bans. No, it's about being smart and proactive and building a strategy that's actually built to last.
This quote from Ella Gilchrist, who founded the social media agency Sociella, absolutely nails it. Here's the thing you have to remember. You don't own your followers. You're basically just renting space on these platforms. And that means spreading out isn't just a good idea, it's just basic risk management.
Okay, now this tells a huge part of the story. A whopping 73% of TikTok's users are between 18 and 24. Now that is a super powerful audience for sure. But if that isn't your core audience, well, you might just be shouting into the wrong room.
And, you know, it goes way beyond just age. The competition on TikTok is absolutely fierce. Plus, the whole vibe of the platform, that raw, super trend-driven style, it might not fit if you have a more polished or premium brand. You add all the regulatory drama into the mix, and the case for looking around becomes pretty hard to ignore.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about the big dogs, the heavy hitters. These are the giants in the game that have massive, established audiences right now. You can't ignore them.
First up, we've got Instagram Reels. And honestly, that number kind of says it all. 3 billion monthly active users. The scale is just immense, way, way bigger than TikTok. If you're looking for sheer global reach, this is it.
So Reels is a total powerhouse, especially if your brand is all about the visuals. Think fashion, beauty, travel, food. But its real superpower is being plugged directly into the Meta advertising machine. You can get so incredibly specific with your targeting. It's powerful stuff.
Next up, YouTube Shorts. Now, don't focus on the user count here. Look at the engagement. Over 200 times billion daily views. That's just insane. They've figured out how to tap into the viewing habits of the biggest video library on the planet. The magic of Shorts is really its connection to the whole YouTube ecosystem. It's an amazing tool for chopping up your longer videos into these little bite-sized discoverable clips. It's really no surprise that 30% of creators said they'd jump over to YouTube if TikTok ever went away. This slide really breaks down the choice you have to make. Think of it like this. Reels is all about the polished, trendy, beautiful stuff. Shorts, on the other hand, is amazing for repurposing deeper, more educational or entertaining content. So the question for your brand is, are you a glossy magazine cover or are you a deep dive documentary?
And hey, let's not forget the OG social giant. Facebook Reels is your golden ticket if you want to reach a slightly more mature audience, especially that 25 to 34 demographic. It's maybe less about going viral with strangers and more about connecting deeper with the community you've already built.
Okay, so we've talked about the giants, but what if you're looking for something different? Let's explore some of the exciting up-and-coming platforms. This is where you can find those super engaged, really specialized communities that the bigger players sometimes miss.
First, let's talk about Rednote. It's this massive force mainly in the Chinese market. It's a total hub for beauty and e-commerce. And get this, 80% of its users are female. That's a direct line to a hugely powerful consumer group.
Then there's Lemonade, which is kind of funny because it's basically TikTok's parent company creating their own plan B. It feels like this beautiful mashup of Instagram and Pinterest, which makes it absolutely perfect for that aesthetic lifestyle content. You know, food, wellness, fashion, all that good stuff.
Getting tired of all the super polished, perfect-looking content? Well, then you need to check out Clapper. It's all about being real, authentic, and unfiltered. And it's specifically aimed at Gen X and millennials. Plus, and this is a huge draw for creators, it lets you monetize your content from day one.
And trust me, the list just keeps going. You've got Likey with its wild AR effects in Southeast Asia, Snapchat Spotlight, which totally owns the under 25 crowd, Fanbase, which is all about integrating monetization, and Skylight, which is really cool because it uses actual humans, not just an algorithm to curate your feed. The point is, there's a whole universe of these little communities out there.
So with all these options, how in the world do you choose the right stage for your brand? It can feel a little overwhelming, right? But don't worry, we can break it down into a pretty simple framework.
Okay, here it is. A simple but really powerful 5-step plan. And it all starts with your audience. I mean, nothing else matters if you're not where they are. Then you figure out your goals. Is it awareness, sales, or building a community? You match that with your content style, check out the money-making options, and then the most important step of all, test, learn, and adapt. Just try stuff.
All right, let's zoom out for a second, because this brings us to what is maybe the most important takeaway from this entire explainer. Here's the big secret. Stop looking for the next TikTok. It's just the wrong question. A one-for-one replacement doesn't exist, and frankly, you shouldn't even want one.
The real winning strategy, the thing that's going to make your brand tough and future-proof, is to build a diversified ecosystem. It means being present in all the different places your audience hangs out and tweaking your content to fit the unique vibe of each one.
And really, that's what this all comes down to. The goal isn't to just chase the biggest, shiniest platform. It's about finding the right platforms. So the final question I'll leave you with is this. Where are your people already gathered, just waiting for you to show up?